Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. Today is the day that the Lord has made, and I'm glad to be amongst the living one more time, however you want to say it. I'm glad to be here this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. There's a chill in the air today. Good morning, Doris Brown. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Today is October 17th. 3 more days. 3 more days, baby. The countdown has been real. It's getting real up in here, up in here. 3 more days before my birthday. 3 more days before my birthday. And they say it's 62 degrees outside, right? Say today will be cooler than it was yesterday. I don't know. I don't know. As I look out my window this morning, my man across the street in the apartments across the street, he always sleep outside of his apartment. I don't know what that is about. It ain't none of my business, but I be noticing it, when I look out the window in the morning just to see what it's gonna be looking like. And I've been here 3 years, and at the 3 years I've been here, this man has slept outside every night. Every night he sleeps outside. And so tonight he got a blanket. So it must be pretty cool outside. It is 62 degrees. Today is Thursday, Thanksgiving Thursday. Thanksgiving Thursday, and I thank God for another beautiful day. I thank God for the start of another beautiful day. Oh, Dallas is 49. Ooh, brr, that's cold. Somewhere in the state of Florida some woman it is pulling out the sweaters. She done pull out the boots. She getting the boots all lined up. She getting the Uggs all lined up because somebody gonna have on some boots this morning. Somebody gonna have on some Uggs this morning. They know it's 62 degrees now. Now, by 12 o'clock, it could be in the 90s. That's just how we do here in Florida because we get little cold spurts and, start pulling out those turtlenecks and, our pleather jackets, and some of us got leather jackets. Just let it get a little bit cold. Cause I love wearing turtlenecks. It's just something about turtlenecks that makes me feel beautiful, makes me feel sexy, make me think I look good, make me feel cute, make me feel stylish. Pull my hair back in a ponytail, depending on what type of event I'm going in, a black turtleneck with some black leather pants or uh you know um and my little boots and some red lipstick and some red nails and red toenails. I'd be feeling like a she devil. But I thank God for grace and mercy. I thank God for grace and mercy. And I thank God for the cool weather. I thank God for the cool weather. Oh man, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. I thank God for it. Say it's gonna be cooler than it was yesterday. I was out yesterday for a little while, and I did have on a little thin sweater because I went to the DMV yesterday. Oh, and that was like it wasn't a horror story or anything like that. I was so surprised the way God blessed me not to be there more than 2 hours. I wasn't there 2 hours, and I thank God, for that. As I said, good morning. Today is October 17th. 3 more days before my birthday. 3 more days before my birthday. Um, it's Thursday morning, and it's kind of cool. I can feel the chill in the air this morning, and it's something so cozy about. when it's chilly. I like to get real cozy. Um, and at Cooper's Hawk, they have a wine that you can drink. I think it's I can't remember the name of that wine, but you drink this wine warm, and they have the little thing that you can put it in to make keep the wine warm. It's like almost tastes like apple cider, but and it is so good. And the best time to drink that is like on a chilly night when you're sitting outside and you have the little pit going, and you're just sitting out there and you're drinking your wine. You're drinking like this apple cider wine, and and the stars are out, and it's clear at night, and the stars are out, and you just contemplating and um being at peace with the world, being at peace with yourself. So yes, it's 62 here, and Doris says that it's 49 in Texas. So I think it's pretty cold this morning in Texas. But nevertheless, we are here, and I thank God for his grace, and I thank God for his mercy for allowing us to see one more day, Lord. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Good morning, lady. Good morning, Guita. Good morning. Thank you for being here as well, honey. Thank you for being here as well. Please hit the like and share button. I appreciate the other two people that's, probably, getting dressed for work or whatever they're doing this morning. I thank you as well for being here. And I appreciate it if you just hit the like button and share button as well. I thank you for being here this morning, this Thursday, Thanksgiving Thursday morning as well. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Yesterday, I wasn't on yesterday because I had, somebody dropped down. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not what you wanted to hear, but that's okay. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on going. Yesterday, I went to the DMV, y'all. I went to the DMV, and yesterday morning was very, very uh, eventful. Very eventful. It was a very eventful day. I wanted to get to the DMV early because I hear horror stories about the DMV. If you go early, you may could get out before 12 or 1 o'clock. But if you go late in the afternoon, if you go like 10, you probably gonna be sitting there. Ooh, let me yawn and get this out and stop trying to talk and yawn. And if you go like 10, you're probably gonna be sitting there all day. So I called my friend um, to give me a ride. So she gave me a ride. So I get downstairs before her. We get in the car. The car won't start. The car will not start. And I'll go, oh man. I'm saying to myself, oh man, I wanted to be there before, the doors open. I wanted to be there. So she just keep trying to start the car, keep trying to start the car. So I say, look, Bunny, the car is not gonna start. It's not gonna start. I say you need a battery. I say your battery is going low, but it has not gotten so low because the lights and everything was still, coming on, and it was making the sound that it make when the car, the battery is going dead. And so she called her roadside service. They say at this point it is, I think it's about maybe a quarter after 7, maybe 7:25. And they say, oh, excuse me. They say it's gonna be an hour. It's gonna be an hour. So I said, oh man. I don't think I cursed. I said, oh man, I wanted to be there before the doors open. So she said, "What time the DMV open?" I said, "I don't know what time they open. I just wanted to be there early so I don't be sitting there all day." And so first I was trying to get upset. You know how you done plan something out and it's not your plan is not working, but it's working the way God would have it to work. So she kept trying the car, trying. I said, "Bunny, leave it alone. You call roadside service, they're coming." She said, "Yeah, but it's gonna be an hour." And I said, "It really don't matter about it being an hour. Just leave it alone." I said, "How long have you had this car?" So she said, "About 3 years." I said, "It's time for a new battery." So she said, "Yeah, I take it to get service." I said, "Well, when you take it to get service, maybe they'll see that you need a new battery." So we just, talking about that. So I saw one of the guys that live in the building that I talk, I speak to, have conversation with. So I asked him, would he give her a jump off? So he said, "Well, I don't have jumper cables." I said, "That's okay." She said, "I have them. I have them." So he jumped the car off and we got on our way. We got started and stuff like that. So as we were going, so I said, "Bonnie," I say, "you may need to go and get your battery checked or get you a battery." So she said, "Yeah, well, I'll go get my car service Monday." And I saw that, on the dashboard where it say car service Monday. So as we going, she said, "Marita, I don't mind taking you nowhere." She said, "Because you don't get freaked out about things." She said, "If it was the other two, they would be all freaking out now." And she said, "Oh, and one of them," she started talking about one of them, and then she was telling me how they were. And I'm just sitting there, I'm just laughing. Because, see, I don't indulge in conversations about other people. Sometimes, I do and sometimes I don't. And yesterday morning was one of them times that I didn't. And I just, sit there and laugh and listen at what she say. So I get to the DMV and I go in. Now, every DMV, I know, like the one that everybody say you could just go in and get out real quick. That's in, North Fort Myers. So I didn't want to go there because I live right here on the Cape. So I wanted to stay in Cape Coral. And let me back up. I started to call an Uber, because my spirit wasn't getting messed up. It was me getting messed up. I want to go and I want to go now, but I had money allotted for what it was that I needed to do. Three, three, four, five, six, maybe $600. I say should cover 600 and some change should cover everything that I need for it to make no about Mm, about $500, I say should cover what I need for it to cover. Now that's my plan. That's my thought. So I said I looked to see how much it was for Uber for Cape Coral. So that time of morning it was pretty cheap, and then I looked to see how much it would be for North Fort Myers, and it was about $12, $13 or somewhere around up in there. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna wait. Holy Spirit said, "Just wait." So, I come, my spirit got calm. I said, "I'm just gonna wait." So I waited. So when I walk in, there's two lines. And see, in Norfolk Mines, they when they open the door, they say who have an appointment, they go in first, and they only allow so many people in who don't have an appointment. So that's the way I'm figuring it is in Cape Coral because I've never been to the one in Cape Coral. So when you get to the entrance to go in, they have for appointments and non-appointments. So I get in the line because I don't have an appointment, and the lady she didn't turn me away. She gave me a ticket. I told her what I was there for. So she gave me a ticket. So I sat down and I pulled out my book and I started reading a little bit. And I think about 15 minutes in. Now I get there about maybe about eight, about maybe 10 minutes after eight or so. So the lady called me about 8:15 or 8:20. And I went to the window and I just, here to get my license reinstated. Okay, get my license. The lady pushed the little button and reinstated my license because I still had my license, and she took them and did something and reinstated my license, $316. Yay, my license is good to go now. So I'm just as happy as I could be. So I'm walking out. Then I get halfway out the door and I'm saying, wait a minute, I didn't get my tag. I did not get my tag. So, oh, excuse me. The way they sit up is, and the way it's in North Fort Myers, I could have paid for my tag, my reinstatement, get my license reinstated all at once. So I'm walking out the door. I said, wait a minute. I didn't get my tag. So now I got to go back, get back in line. And thank God the lines was not long. I could just walk in, get a number, sit down. So I said, I'm gonna be here for a little minute. So they called me about 10 minutes after I sat down. They called me to the window. Window number 7. Window 7 is my number. Always have been my number. 7 is the number of completion. So 7. So I walked to 7. And the lady, I said, well, I'm here to get a tag. So, okay, my license, my insurance, want my license. She go, okay, what's your name? So Miss Gray. Okay, Miss Gray. Oh, Miss Gray, we got a problem. The only way you could get your tag is you got to pay. You have some toll fees, and you're gonna have to pay the toll fees. See, now I did not count the toll fees. I did not count the toll fees. I did not add them in because I'm thinking, okay, if my license expire in 2027, and maybe by then I paid this toll off. I don't know. So that's what I'm thinking. So the lady said, you're gonna have to pay those, before we could give you a tag. I said, oh man. I said, you know what? I'll be right back. I'm going to the lobby. I'm gonna make a phone call and I'll be back. So I went outside. And I made the phone call. She gave me the paper where I to call. So I called and I told the lady, I say, I want to sit up. I have, she asked me my name and she told me how much it was. And I was asking her, I'm at the DMV and I would like to get my tag. I'm trying to get my tag, but I got tolls. And I said, I pretty much know how much it is. I said, but is there a way I can, pay something down and do installation payments? So she said, Miss Gray, we don't have installation payments. She said, you're going to have to pay $100 today. Then I said, oh man, oh man. So now I got to go in my savings, get $100 that I did not allow for, to pay this toll. So I said, no problem. So I gave her my card number and everything. So she said, are you at the DMV right now? I said, yes, ma'am, I am. She said, well, I'm going to send a fax over to let them know that you paid and that you could get your tag. So I said, okay, thank you. So I walked back in. Now I get another number, not hearing the lady when she told me when I, get in contact with the Lee Tran that just come back to her window. And so I get another ticket and they call me again to window number 7. I go back to what she said, Miss Gray, you didn't have to wait. She said, I told you just come back, when you get everything taken care of. So she said, I said, well, I called them. And so she got my license. So she said, well, my computer, my computer and their computer hasn't caught up to my computer yet. So we're just waiting a few minutes. And so by the time she was finished saying that, it came through on the fax that I had paid, then I could get my tag. So she said, we're good to go. So I gave her my insurance card and I gave her my license. Got me. So she said, do you want a 2-year tag or a 1-year tag? And if I didn't have to pay the $100, I was going to get the 2-year tag. That was going to be 99.31 or something like that. But not knowing that I had to pay for the toll, I could only get a year tag. So that was and $60.03 or something like that. I don't know exactly. So I paid for that. So I said, oh my God, I got my tag. I got my insurance, the license is reinstated, the fine is paid, everything is done. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. What a friend I have in Jesus. All my sins and sorrows to bear. What a privilege it is to take everything to God in prayer. And I'm just praising God and I'm just thanking God, right? So now I go outside, I call my friend, come pick me up. So I'm out there. So now I say, you know what? Now I need a battery because my battery is just dead, dead, dead. And I was not, I wasn't going outside, starting the car to, keep it running and stuff like that. So I went outside to do that one day that didn't come on. And during the hurricane, right before the hurricane, like that Wednesday morning before the hurricane, some guys were trying to help me jumpstart. He said, ma'am, the battery, he said, you need a new battery because it's not even sparking. So I said, oh man, and I figured, I said, God done blessed me this far. I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be fine, right? So I did not have, because I wanted to get like maybe a 3 to 5 year battery. And that's going to cost a little penny. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to even worry about that. I'm not going to even worry about getting the battery. As long as I got that tag on that car, the battery is going to come because God did not bring me this far to leave me. Me and Ruby gonna be on that. We gonna be riding. We gonna be riding. We are going to be riding. I'm speaking that into existence. I'm saying by the weekend, if it's not Saturday, surely it's gonna be Sunday, Monday. By next week, me and Ruby gonna be going to Safari because I need to get the Safari before my birthday month is over to get that free gift. We're gonna be going to Ulta. We're gonna be going to JC Penney to stock up on some new shoes that I need and go to the shoe shop because there's some shoes I really want to keep, and going to dealers to get me some perfume. So, just being able to get in knowing that I am almost close to get in, being able to get in my car and just go where I want to go, when I want to go, staying as long as I want to. And I thank God for that. I thank God for that because that is something that I wanted. And I said before my birthday, I'm gonna have my car the way I want it. My birthday is not here yet. My birthday is 3 days away. So I said before my birthday, I'm gonna be back on the road with Ruby. And I'm speaking that into existence. I believe it and I'm receiving it because I'm believing it, I'm conceiving it, I'm going to receive it, and I declare and I decree that by October 19th, by October 18th and 19th, I'll be in my car. I will be driving my car. I will be driving my car. And I thank God. And I just thank God for it. And I was before I had left Tuesday night, I was tired. For some reason I was tired Tuesday, and I felt kind of bloated. And I had, I went and got my Miralax and apple juice and my prune juice. So I drunk some of all three of them, right? So you can imagine how I was feeling. But when I got in bed, I got in bed early, and people were just calling. I kept getting phone calls. And after a while, the phone stopped, ringing and stuff like that. And the weather outside in the evenings, it gets kind of cool. So I had closed the blinds and I was in bed. And this was before 8 o'clock. And I turned my face to the wall and I just kept thanking God. It was so many thank yous in my spirit that I just kept thanking God. I kept praying and I just kept thanking God, thanking God that, I'm almost close to getting my car where it needs to be so I don't have to put it in a storage, that my car would not be towed away, that I would be spending money every month, that, I would have to squeeze or take something from Peter to pay Paul, and Mary and Martha got their hands out, money because I'm a diva on a budget, and it just would have been hard for me to do. It would have been extremely hard for me to do. However, God saw fit for it to work out for my good, but for his glory, that he gets the glory. And, but it was for my good. And I say, glory to God. Pray, and I praise God from whom all blessings flow. And Tuesday night, I just laid in bed. I turned my face to the wall. I started talking to God. I started thanking God. I was telling God, I thank you, for the blessings that you have given me already. I thank you for the blessings that I'm getting ready to be blessed with. Lord, and I thank you for the blessings right now, just to be able to lay in my bed, feel all cozy and feel warm, feel loved, feel protected, and just knowing that I'm good. I am good. I said, and Lord, what more can I ask for? What more can I ask for? I said, I feel so good. I felt so good in that moment, just giving God some praise and just thanking God for the little things. And I said, Lord, I just thank you for the little bitty things. I said, if I'm praying and thanking you for the little bitty things, I know those gigantic huge, good, them gigantic blessings are on their way. It's just the little things that I thank God for, just breathing, being alive, having somewhere to live, having a bed to sleep in, just having a TV that I can turn my back to. And when I go to sleep, the TV will turn itself off. Sometimes the TV and my phone is smarter than I am. I thank God for that. I thank God, just thanking God for the little things. And then I start talking to God about not my YouTube channel, about making it grow, making it big, making it where I start getting super chats and all that. I wasn't praying and thanking God and asking God for that. I was praying and thanking God for the people that come on in my channel in the mornings. And I'm telling God, I say, Lord, I ain't good with names and stuff like that. But Lord, just bless them tonight. Bless them. Bless them where they are. Just bless them. And let them know that they not by themselves, that you got them. Just bless each and every one of them. Bless each and every one of them. And I thank God that he is such a loving and compassionate God. And so that was my day yesterday. That was part of my day yesterday. So when she came to pick me up, and she had the two ladies that she had been talking about, she had them in the car. So I started laughing, right? So the moment I got in there, they just started, well, one about her credit card hadn't come, and she get her check on the she get her check the third Wednesday of every month, and her check hasn't come, and they got her check pending. So I put my hand on her. I say, sweetheart, don't worry about it. I say, the money is in the bank. It's just pending. I say, all around the state of Florida right now, that storm wreaked havoc with a lot of the banking systems. So just hold on. It's coming. I say, it's probably be there today. It's just pending, and they'll release it today. And she said, oh, Marisa, I hope you're right. I said, I know I'm right. So she told me where she was banking, and I told her, like, I know at Navy Federal, they will send you your credit card, and you could get all the information. They'll email it to you, and you can call whoever you owe and give them the new number and stuff like that. She said, oh, Chase don't have that. She said, I was with a Suncoast. I said, you know what? You need to go back to Suncoast, because she said, well, I got Chase because, it's in walking distance. I could just walk to it. And I said, well, there's a Suncoast. She said, yeah, it's way down on Hancock. So I said, you know what? I'd rather go way down on Hancock than to go somewhere to tell me that I'm going to have to wait 5 to 7 business days. And I said, with Navy Federal, they will overnight your credit card to no expense to you, or 3 to 5 business days. I said, but I'm just saying. She said, I think that's what I'm going to do, because I listened to Barney, and Barney had me change over to Chase. And Barney is about as loony She's a good person, but I mean, I mess up a phone. I can mess up a phone. I can mess up, when my daughter or my granddaughter, that did something to my phone and programmed it the way it's supposed to be programmed. I can go in and mess something up. So Bonnie, just to know that there's someone worse than me is an awesome feeling. It really is an awesome feeling. And so we get to win. We go to where we go. We go to CVS, and then we get to Win Dixie. Car won't start. So I didn't feel no way tired about the car didn't start. I would have sat there for a whole hour waiting for her roadside to come, but a man came, gave us a jump off, and I said, Bonnie, you need to go to AutoZone. She said, where is it? I said, right across the street from where we live. I mean, it's like literally right across the street. You walk through an alley and you boom, you right in front of AutoZone. So she went to AutoZone. The man checked the battery, and she had to get a new battery, and that was that. However, and I thought about it all day yesterday. When I got home, I was so sleepy. I was so tired, but the phone started ringing. So having conversations, talking to people, listening to people, laughing and telling them how my day was and everything. So I was pleased yesterday, and I woke up this morning being pleased as well. And when I was reading my morning devotions, I was listening to Pandora just to get myself in, um to usher in the Holy Spirit, to get my thoughts together, get my head all clear and stuff like that. So this morning I was reading this story about a lady where she, it was a beautiful story. In the moral of the story is we need to love more, and we need to love where well. Love is an action word. You can tell me you love me all day, but if you don't show some signs of you loving me, then I'm just going by what you said. You just saying it, and you're not showing me any love. And then when I turned the page, I read in my first devotional, it says about the best friend you will ever have. And that friend is Jesus. The best friend that you would ever have. And it was talking about the aspects of having a relationship with the Lord, having a relationship with our Father. And how in the relationship, that song, What a Friend We Have in Jesus, no better friend that we can ever have, and the best friend you will ever have. I mean, Jesus is better than your bestest best friend. Cause see, you could be best friend with somebody, and you're not their best friend. They got another best friend, so on and so forth. But when you got a friend in Jesus, and when you sit down and you tell him all your problems, all your sorrows, all your hurts, all your pains, when you tell him everything about you, you don't have to worry about him getting mad and going back and telling nobody nothing that you done said. And even when you mad at your best friend, or are your other surrounding friends, or the people that you cordial with, even when you sit down and have a conversation with God about them and telling God how they make you sick and they get on your nerve, you ain't even got to worry about God going back and telling nobody nothing that you said about them. What a friend. What a friend we have in Jesus. And he was saying there's some aspects, as specific aspects of his relationship with us. And Jesus is committed to us. The commitment is a lifetime. Uh, the commitment that God and Jesus have, the friend Jesus, what a friend we have in Jesus, is he's committed to us. When life is good, when life is not good, when we're going through difficulties, when we're going through trials and tribulations, when we up, when we down, when we're disappointed, there's one thing about Jesus, one thing about the Lord. He will never leave us nor forsake us. He will never not answer us. Them friends, when they get too busy with their life, they don't answer the phone when you call. They don't answer a text when you text. They don't answer an email when you email. They'll get back with you later on up in the day. Oh, girl, I didn't even see your text. Girl, I'm sorry. I missed your call. What's up? What's up? What's going on? And then you start telling them what's going on, and then you can feel their energy through the phone, knowing that they don't really want to hear it, and sometimes don't really even care about what it is that you're going with, because their life is lifing them, and they too busy to even care about what's going on with you sometimes. Well, girl, if it was me, I'd do this and I'd do that. That's why I never tell people when somebody call me or when I'm talking to somebody. And I never say, well, girl, if it was me, this is what I'd do. Because, see, in a situation when somebody is telling me something, I don't know what I'd do. I do not know what I would do in any given situation. So I don't tell people, well, if it was me, this is what I would do. No, I don't do that because I don't know what I'm gonna do when I'm presented with a situation sometimes. It's sometimes it's just trial by error with me. And I just do the best that I can, but I'm learning how to slow down. I'm learning how to wait. I'm learning how to pause. I'm learning how to pause and not be so fast. I'm learning how to be slow to speak and quick to listen. I'm learning how to be still. And, just knowing that God is true to his word, that he's committed to me. He's committed to me, and he'll never let me down. Even when he tell me to be still and wait, he's not letting me down. He's slowing me down so I can start thinking rationally, that I don't rush into a decision. I don't rush into something that I am going to that I'm going to regret later on. I'm going to look back and say, I wish I hadn't have done that. I wish I hadn't have said that. What a friend to be committed to me like that. We got some friends that, girl, if it was me, I just gone up there and I slap the taste out their mouth. I'll go ahead on and throat punch her if it was me. We got them friends that are push us up to do something, but won't give $2 to help bail us out of jail. Well, girl, why you did that? Why you did that? Why you said that? Now, see, that's not the type of friend the God that I serve is. He will stop me. He will make me have a moment to pause, to clear my head, sit down and think about it before I react. And I thank God for that. And you know what? Jesus is open and transparent. At all times, Jesus will continually show us more about himself as we desire to learn. The more you want to know about Jesus, the more Jesus is going to let you know about him. Jesus is going to be so transparent. He's going to be so transparent. When Satan, he was up there in the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights, and Satan was trying to tempt him. If you the son of God, tell them rock. I know you're hungry. I know you're thirsty. Tell them rocks to turn. Tell your father to turn them rocks into bread. I know you're hungry. And if you just denounce God, see all of this, see all of this. If you just didn't, he was showing Jesus the world, the whole world. He could have all of this. And then, we used to talk about that in Sunday school. And I say, how he gonna give Jesus something that already belongs to him? If God is Jesus' father, and it said, with my father, I am one. So what my daddy got, I got. So this already mine. But you want me to denounce my dad? So you could give me all of this. And what did Jesus Jesus say? Man does not live by bread alone. And sometimes we have to fight our demons. And when we can't fight our demons on our own, and most of the time we cannot fight our demons on our own, because Satan know what we want, how we want it. He make that thing look so good. He make that steak when the doctor done told you cut down on that red meat. Your cholesterol is, getting a little bit too high. When the spirit done told us to leave that man alone. He ain't no good. He got your blood pressure all up. You having anxiety attacks, and it's just not good. He's just not good for you. But he's so good to me though. I just like, he just make me feel so good. He make you feel so good for a split 3 seconds, but then think about the time that he done betrayed you, how he done disappointed you, how he done let you down, how he done let you down. What a friend we have in Jesus. The more you know about him, the more you want to know about him, and your life will start changing when you start learning about, when you have that desire to learn about Jesus, to know about, just know who Jesus is. And so, in my finite mind, what I know about Jesus, God is an on time, all the time God. You know, He will give you the desires of his heart if you just only ask. And all he requires is some time, some time. Praise, glory, hallelujah is the highest praise. Obedience is better than sacrifice. If he's tell you to go right, but you want to go left because you'll get there quicker. Obedience. I'd rather be obedient. I'd rather be obedient, get there safe, than get there quicker. And if Jesus is being so transparent with me, I gotta be the same way with him. Even though I know he know my thoughts before I even think them, before I even formulate them in my mind to even speak them out my mouth, he already know what I'm gonna say. He already know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna say or do, but he do. Because if he was in the beginning was the word, so he was there before the beginning even begun. So he was there when I was formed in my mother's womb. He was there when my mother was formed in her mother's womb. He was there when my grandma was formed in my great grandmother's womb. So he know me. He know my thoughts. He know my fears. He know my hopes. He know my dreams. He know me. And what a friend it is to have that truly know you, that truly gets you. Sometimes with our friends and stuff, they'll be a little wishy-washy, and you may be doing but a little bit better than them, and they start feeling some type of way about you and might start treating you some type of way. But God is not like that. What a friend we have in Jesus. Jesus is not like that. I in my mind, I picture Jesus when things are going good. He just cheering you on. He is so happy for you. He is over the moon, elated because oh my God, look my friend. When my friends tell me, oh, I got the job, it's like I got the job because I'm so happy for them because I know what they was going through. I know some of the feelings that they were feeling. And I just be so happy. I really be happy for my friends when good things happen to them. I am happy for them because I know whatever is going on in my life is just like a domino effect. When you are around good people, and things are happening for good people, and you are a congratulator and not a hater, and you are an encourager, okay, just like Joyce Meyer said, it's just like being in the checkout line at Walmart and getting all upset because they got a line. The self checkout is full, and they ain't got but two cashiers, and that line is almost out the door, round the corner, almost down to the sporting goods section. And you grumbling, why they ain't got but two people on the register seeing all these people? And then I had to stop and think because Joyce Meyer said, when it's just like a domino effect. When that person in front of me move up, I move up a little closer. And then when that person in front of that person move up, that's in front of me, and somebody in front of her move up, and then she move up, I'm a little bit closer to the cashier. I'm a little bit closer. Then all of a sudden, I'm standing right there in the cashier face, and asking her how your day going. So there's a when you're around good people, good things start, it's like their blessings, like the Lord said, my cup runneth over, their blessings run over and they spill onto you. Then sometime in church, I tell one of the mothers in church, I said, just let me touch you. Let me touch and let some of that goodness rub off on me. And every Sunday when I go over there and sit by, she always she rub on my hand. She said, "Ooh, your hand's so cold this morning. Your hand's so cold." And then her and her sister, Mother Crawford and Mother Kate, and she'll say, the sister say, yeah, cold heart, warm, cold hands, warm heart. And she said, Marita, your hands always go. She said, oh, you're a little bit warm this morning. You're a little bit warm this morning. And she just rub on my hands. And I appreciate that because some of that goodness is rubbing, it's rubbing off on me. And sometimes just sit down and have a talk with the elders. Sit down and have a talk with the elders. I'm gonna tell you because when I hear mother, we have a ministry, a singles ministry, and she's in that ministry as well. And mother, some of the thing that Mother Crawford says in that meeting, I know I know for a fact it has helped me. So sit down sometime. If you still got your grandma, if you still got an old aunt or elderly cousin or something like that, sit down one day. Just take something, some grapes, some cheese, and some cookies or whatever over there, and just spend some time with them and have a conversation with them and ask them questions about life. Ask them a question about their life, and you'll see how smart they were, how smart they are. They didn't live that long just to live that long. you know just sit and listen to the elders sometime. I'm telling you, some of the things that they would say out of their mouth sometime, it will surprise you and it will shock you. And you know what? God, Jesus is sensitive to our wants as well as our needs. He said, I will supply all your needs. He tells us he will, and he'll give us some of our wants as well. He would, he's sensitive to that. We can have friends that, will help us out every now and then or be there for us every now and then. But every now and then friend, Jesus is an all-time friend. He's always there. In the word, he said, I never leave you nor forsake you. Not even when you're on your deathbed, I'm still there. I'm going to walk you through it. So you don't have to fear nothing. I'm with you. I'm with you. That's the type of friend I want. And he's inspiring. He's comforting. He listens. He's a good listener. And he never criticizes. We got friends, even our truth, girl, you need to take that out because you that is not working for you. Because I used to be like that when somebody said, "Well, how I look in this?" And when people ask you how you look at something, they really don't want your honest opinion. They really don't want your honest opinion. And I have been that type of person. I ain't gonna be telling somebody when I consider you a friend. I consider you a friend. I ain't gonna let you go out looking no any kind of way. And then they said, well, how look in this? I said, well, how do you feel in it? Well, it feel kind of tight. I said, well, if it feel kind of tight, then you might need to, go up a size, just, go up a size and see how that'll work for you. And to make my friend, when my friend is looking good, I'm gonna let a girl look at you in your blue dress. Girl, look at you in your, oh, girl, you wearing them stripes. You wearing them stripes. Girl, I love that dress on you. Girl, I love that hairstyle. I love it. You really like it? Yes, I wouldn't say it. Now, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't be saying it. I like to make my friends feel good. I love to encourage them. I like to inspire them to be better, to do better. I like to I don't like criticism because I have been criticized and oh, you just don't know how to take. I know how to take constructive criticism. I welcome constructive criticism. But just to criticize me, I don't like that. And I turn into a beast when I'm just being criticized. But however, I have learned to accept criticism. I have learned how to accept unconstructive criticism because in that unconstructive criticism, there is some truth in that as well. There's some truth in that as well. So I pull out what is true and I work on what has been said. I work on what I have pulled out in that criticism and that constructive criticism. A person don't come to you in a harsh way. They come to you in a loving way and they just tell you that was, you could have did a little bit better on that. You could have worded that better. Your attitude was showing in that, and that was not a good look. That's constructive criticism, and I can accept that more better. As friends, we have to be sensitive to our friends because my daughter always remind me, Mama, everybody is not where you are, and when some things don't bother you, it can bother somebody else. I'm not as strong as you are, Mama, and I had to stop and I had to think about that because I was that person. My mom would say, Marita, you need to think before you speak. You can't say everything you think. Everything you think can't come out of your mouth because it'll come out. You're harsh sometimes and you're mean sometimes in your word. You just like I am named after my great grandmother. And she said, "You're just like mother. You're so harsh and you're so hard sometimes. You have to be mindful." And so my dad say, "Honey, think before you speak. Don't never think while you're speaking." So, it was just, the lessons that my mom and my dad and my grandmother and my great grandmother taught me, still carry me. Now, when I was young, I really didn't even think about them, but as I get older, they just come with me. They just in my face all the time, and I thank God for that. So I have learned how to if I don't like to criticize no one, and I try hard not to. And when I'm saying something constructive criticizing, I don't say it in front of a lot of people. I'll pull that person aside and then they'll say, thank you, Miss Marita. They think, okay, thank you, Miss Marita, for not saying that out loud. Thank you for pulling me over to the side and saying what you said. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And some of the young ladies, I would say, why you wasn't in Sunday school this morning? Why you don't come to Sunday school? Miss Reed, I got these children and trying to get them children up. I say, you know what? You get them up for school. You could get them up for Sunday school. You right, you right. Well, won't you call me on Sunday morning? I say, ain't no problem. Give me the phone number. And sometimes I'll call them. Okay, Miss Rita, I'm not gonna be able to make it this morning. And why not? Miss Rita, I'm so tired. Okay. I say, but if you're gonna miss Sunday school, you cannot miss 11 o'clock service. You cannot miss it. You can't miss both services. You're gonna either miss one, but you're not gonna miss the other. You could come to Sunday school, get some of the singing and the praying, and if you don't want to get the word, you could get it online. But you need to be in church. And they thank me for that because they know when I am talking to them, it's not harsh. It's not harsh. And so that's how we have to start being with each other. If we're going to say we're a friend to someone, we're going to have to start showing ourselves to be friendly. We're going to have to be in tune with a person feelings and not be so critical and quick to put somebody down. That's why I don't understand a lot of people. Like I don't like a large group of friends. I don't like a lot of friends. 20 people, that's too many people for me to be friendly with. To say that's my best friend. I'll be friendly with a lot of people, but real friends, real friends that you can call on in a pinch, or they call you and they talking and you're being quiet, and the first thing when you do say something, they be saying, well, what's wrong? What's going on with you? See, my friends, I could tell when something wrong with I could tell when the phone rang. What's wrong? What's up? Oh, nothing. Okay, I'm gonna go through that with you about 5 minutes. Okay, now that we got that over and done with, what's the problem? What is the problem? Because I can hear it in their voice. I can hear it in their voice. And so when it's like that, oh, nothing. I'm all right. Okay, all right. Okay, all right, let's stop. We done had 5 minutes of that. Now tell me what the issue is. Because when I call a person, I'm calling for a reason. And when a person is calling me, they calling me for a reason. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. And every now and then I may say something and they'll say, "Are you there?" Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening. I'm just listening. Because most of the time, all you got to do just sit there and listen, and they'll work it out themselves. They're talking by talking to you, and you just sitting there listening. They'll work it out themselves, and that's what a true friend is. That's what a true friend is. A true friend inspires. A true friend encourage. A true friend comfort. A true friend is never quick to criticize. And in John 15 and 13, the question was asked, what kind of friend? The question was asked, what kind of friend is Jesus? And John 15 and 13, it says, greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for a friend. And that don't mean literally lay down your life for a friend. However, that do mean stand up for your friend. When you're around other people and they talk about your friend, I let them know quick, hey, look, that's my friend. That's my friend, and you can't talk about my friend in front of my face. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna talk about my friend. I'm gonna let them know right away. Hold up, wait a minute. That's my friend. Let me call them on the phone so you could tell them what it is that you need to tell them. What you saying about them, you need to tell them. And if you don't like them, don't be around me talking about them. Because I'm not that type of person. If my friend don't like you, I'm not gonna like you. But if my friend don't like you, I am gonna be sensitive to my friend's feeling. I'm gonna be sensitive to my friend's feeling until you do something to me to make me show me that you're not the person that I want to be friends with. I walk away from that. But just because my friend don't like you, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop liking. I'm gonna stop liking you. But what you're not going to do is talk about my friend. And I'm gonna let you know, because you already know that's my friend, but I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna tell my friend what you said, right? I'm gonna tell her what you said. I don't care, tell her. And then, then sometimes I may say something, and then other times I may not say anything. I may not say anything, and that pushes me from that person. It'll push me from that person. And I will a person who claimed to be my friend, first of all, how is it that you so comfortable being around people that even talk about me? When I have a friend and I'm around people and they saying something, I make them feel very uncomfortable because I'm letting them know, you do know that's my friend, and you do know I'm gonna tell her, right? And you do know I got my phone in my hand that I can call her and let you tell her, let y'all tell her what y'all said. I can do that, right? I make them very uncomfortable. So then they know whenever they are around me, they can't say nothing about my friend. They can't say nothing about my friend because I had to put somebody on the spot. Oh, and she said this, and girl, and she said, I said, well, how she felt so comfortable, and you say you my friend, and she felt so comfortable to say that about me. Oh, girl, I don't get into that, but you got into it when you was standing there listening at them talking about me. When you was listening at her talk about me, I said, what you said? Girl, I ain't say nothing. I said, you didn't say nothing, but you supposed to be my friend, and you coming back and telling me what they said? I said, no, boo, it don't work like that for me. It don't work. It don't work. It don't work like that for me. Cause you know what? You ain't my friend. You ain't none of my friend. And that's just, I don't try to use those, be all proper and complete, politically correct in my wording and my terminology. No, you ain't none of my friend. You ain't none of my friend. So you know what? The best thing for us to do is just not, even, associate together or be around each other. Like we could be cordial, but we ain't friends. Does that work for you? Because it's working real good for me. That's just the way I am. Friend to have friends, you have to show yourself friendly. And there's no friend, no greater friend, just like John 15 and 13 says, greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for a friend. I see this stuff on YouTube and how you got them. It's like you got us and them. And if you're not part of them, then you wrong. Ain't nothing good about you. Ain't nothing right about you. And I was confronted with something. Somebody said, "Oh, and they was talking about you, and they said, and I said this, and I told them this." I said, "Girl, don't even worry yourself about nobody calling me no old hen, no old hag. Don't worry about nobody calling me no crackhead. Don't worry about none of that. Don't try to defend me against people who don't mean absolutely nothing to me. That don't mean absolutely nothing to me. Ain't help paying no light bill, ain't help paying no rent, ain't putting no food in my house, ain't buying me no clothes, ain't buying me no perfume, ain't putting no money in my pocket. I don't worry about them peons. I don't worry about people who sit and talk about me. I don't worry about them. I don't think about them. They're not part of my thought process because what they say about me does not matter. The only thing they can say about me is what I done told them about me. By me be calling me, oh yes, baby, if God grant me October the 20th at 10:04, I'll be 67 years old. Call me what you wanna, boo. Call me what you wanna. Call me what you wanna. It ain't what you call me, it's what I answer to. And that's my whole attitude and has always been my attitude and will continue to be my attitude. So, when friends be saying that they're um, defending me, I love that. I love that and I appreciate that. But I don't want somebody to get themselves in trouble because of them defending me. And me and my daughter was talking about this yesterday, and she was saying, "Oh, mama, they going off on Facebook." So I said, "What they going off on Facebook about?" And she told me about it. I said, I said, "You young people." She said, "Mom," she said, "Right, it come an age." She said, "Young." She said, "My, we're in our late 30s, 40s." And I said, "You know what? People run to Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. They run to those social media platforms too fast to talk about what's going on, their grievances, what they don't like about a person." I said, at some point, I said, you got teenage daughters and teenage sons and you got children. Why are you still doing the same thing you did when you was when you were 15 and 16, and you're doing the same thing you're doing that you did back then? 15 years later, you're still doing the same thing. When are you gonna grow up? When are they? She said, "Mom, I ain't got time to be arguing with nobody on social media." And I say, and so we were having this conversation, and I was telling her, I can't. And the reason why I don't go backwards and forth with nobody, because I don't have that type of patience. I can't do that because I'm like a hands-on type of person. I like to see people. I like to be face to face, eyeball to eyeball when we're having a confrontation. See, my fingers get all mixed up, and I'd be don't, you be typing words so fast you don't even get to say everything you're saying. I want to see you face to face so I can slap the taste out your mouth. So I could be the first one to pass a lick. Because see, my patience is very thin. And that tongue wrestling, I can't tongue wrestle with nobody. I can't go backwards and forth with nobody like that, like you dancing word for word, word for word. And when I say what I say and mean what I say, and I try to walk away and you're still talking, I ain't saying I'm bad, y'all. Please don't get it misconstrued. I ain't saying I'm bad. But one thing about it, and two things for sure, I done wore a lot of ass whippings. I don't, but I done gave a lot of them as well. I done gave a lot of them as well. And one thing I can't stand is somebody who keep on talking when I tell them, look, I'm walking away. I'm walking away. And you walk behind me. So if you don't have a friend that can pull you back sometime, because they see, I know you, girl. I know when you get like that, when you get like that, it's the best thing for me to do is to pull you back. And if it get too bad, I just leave you alone because I know how you are. I know how you are. So God provision. God provides us with great friends. Some friends are here for a reason and they're here for a season. Don't know how long that season is going to be. And soon and very soon and by, we know what the reason they are there for. Some friends you will have from the time you was playing in the park, when you was in kindergarten, when you was a Head Start, when you was in kindergarten, from the first to the 12th grade, you were that person to be your friend. You lifelong friends. I grew up with that person. I grew up with that person. I went to school all through school with that person. All through school with that person. And then there, you know what? There's some people that you'll meet and haven't known them but 6 months. And these could be the best people you ever could have met. And you know what? True friends are like gold, hard to get and easy and hard to hold. Some friends are like autumn leaves, fall. When fall comes, they just start falling down. They just fall by the wayside. And you could tell a true friend. Please, when y'all get a chance, check out Beyond Reality on is public on Unpopular Opinion if you haven't seen it. Okay, what is it about? Okay, I'll check that out. What is it about? Okay, tell it, Marita. A real friend tells you when you're wrong, support you when you're down. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing to have friends. It is friend. I'm telling you, a true friend that's seeing you at your worst. They have comforted you at your worst, and they have been there through the best moments of your life, and they've been there through the worst moments of your life. And they stayed true to who they were in your life. I tell you, I had my two very best friends, two of my very best friends. I saw one of them turn their life over to God, but life got too hard, and life started lifing, and she gave up. I had a friend, my first friend to die, Kuda. She passed away with the virus, and she had AIDS. And when she passed away, before she passed away, I had just had my son, my last son, and she said, Marita, she said, you know what we was doing out there, how we was out there. She said, I don't want what's happening to me to happen to you. So you be careful and you take care of yourself. And she said, if you have never gotten yourself checked, please go and get yourself checked. And so that scared me. And so I said, well, I just had a baby. And they check for all of that. And I had been in drug rehab, and they give you an AIDS test there, so it came back negative. So but I took heed to her warning. That was one thing I felt my friend loved me well enough to tell me, take care of yourself and the things that you're doing. I'm proud you have come in and stopped doing some of the things that we used to do. I'm glad you don't do them anymore. And then maybe 10, 15 years later, my other friend, my glow, she passed away. But before she passed away, she gave her life to God. We were in jail. She was getting ready to get out, and I was just starting my sentence. And she said, Marita, I want you to call my husband. and we gonna talk to you. She said, I'm on my way out. She said, but I done joined the church now, girl. She said, I'm part of the church. She said, call me and then we'll talk. And she said, let me know when you get out. She said, cause I changed. I done changed. But you know, life in Glory Jean again. And her mom her brother passed, then her mom passed, and it just I just started seeing my friend go down and go down. And I got a phone call that she was in the hospital, wasn't gonna have long, and they wanted me. And I went to see my friend in the hospital, and I went to see my friend in hospice. And she couldn't talk, but she still could see. And when I went to see her in the hospital, I said, Glow, it's me. And she just looked at me and tears started forming in her eyes. And I said, I know, I know, I know, I know. And I love you too. I love you too. And I told my friend, I'm gonna be here. I'm here. I'm here with you. And when they moved her to hospice, that was the most hurting thing that has happened to me, had happened to me at that point, to see my friend laying up in hospice and, just there. And the lady said, you can talk to her because the hearing is the last thing to go. And I was just talking to Glow, and I said, Glow, you remember when we did this? And I said, with your non-dancing ass, you couldn't dance, but you always be the first one out there on the dance floor to dance. And I said, girl, you remember, I was just wanting her to remember the good times with us. And I said, Glow, I love you, girl. I said, I love you so much. And, um, and after a while, I felt at peace. I felt at peace when I went home later that day. When I went home, and later that day around 5 o'clock, her daughter called me and said, Miss Marita, Mama passed. Mama gone, my mama gone. And I sometimes I think my friend just held on long enough just for me. And to have a friend that we made a pact, the three, me, Kuda, and Gloria Jean, we made a pact that we would never, whatever we did it together. And it would stay between the three of us. If we got angry, if our friendship fell apart, we would never talk about each other. Not talk about each other, nor tell what we had did. Because when one did it, if I did it, they did it. If they did it, we did it. So we were a pike. We was a pikesh deal. We came together. When one had, all the rest of us had as well. And when those two women passed away, when Kuda passed, she took it to the grave. When Gloria Jean passed, she took it to the grave. When I passed, I'm taking it to the grave. I'm just saying some of it. I never told anybody none of the things that we did, but I just tell people we did some things. We did some things. My friend would call me 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I get up out the bed, and sometimes all we'll do is just go sit. We living in the project, and they had these little green tanks. We would go sit on the green tank. 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, we sitting out there on the tank. Ain't scared of nothing. Everybody in the whole project knew us, and they know. Oh, that's just Marita and Glow. That's just Marita and Glow. That's what they do. We sit out there on the tank. She'll walk home and I walk home. She'll call me, you made it home? Yeah, I made it home. You good? I'm good. And we good to go. Those are the type of people that I like to call friends. A friend that I can pick up the phone and say, you know what, I'm in desperate need of something, and I wouldn't ask if I didn't need. And it ain't no problem. It ain't no problem. But when somebody got to hesitate, and then when you break out of friends, y'all part ways as friends, and they want to tell the whole world about what you did. They want to tell the whole world how nasty and conniving and contrite you was, but they not telling about what they did. I ain't gonna never tell nobody nothing that you did, because when you did it, I was right there with you. So I ain't finna tell on myself about that either. So if you got a friend like that, and that's all I'm saying, choose your friends wisely. Choose your friends wisely. And the friends that you have right now, and if they are treating you the way that you want to be treated and the way that you're treating, then treasure those friends. Because you know what? We live in a world, we live in a society right now. We don't know what's real and what's fake. We don't, people don't, fakeness has, it's almost like it's a reality now. It's almost like it's a reality. And fake would never be real, and real would never be fake. But it's up to you to distinguish between the two. Oh goodness, yes. I was a hospice worker. It's difficult, but I enjoy treating people with dignity, love, compassion. I'm sure your friend appreciated you being there. And I'm sure she did as well. I'm sure she did as well. And I thank God for her. And I thank God for the people that I call friend in my life now. The people that I say that I'm friends with now, because they have seen me cry, they done seen me upset, they done seen me happy, they done seen me sad, they done seen me when I go through moments of disappointment, they done seen me when I go through moments of regret, and never said anything. I haven't heard anything about it. And I've seen them in their moment of regret. I've seen their disappointment. I felt their hurt. I have encouraged. I've been happy when good things happen. I've been sad and encouraging when unhappy things happen. So that you measure your friend, you choose your friends wisely. And you don't have to worry about, when a person is a true friend, you don't have to worry about what you said being spoken of again. And that's the sign of a true friend to me. So y'all, as you go out today, just, be thankful. Be thankful. And what a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and grief to bear. What a privilege it is to carry everything to God in prayer. And if you really want to know who your friends are, ask God to show you who your true friends are. And God will start exposing. He will start illuminating. He will start enlightening you. He'll put the light on the darkness in your life. And when light show up, dark got to walk away. Darkness has to walk away when light shows up. So ask God to expose your real friends, the people that really are there for you. And when you start seeing, when God start exposing those people that's not with you indeed, they just with you in need, they gonna get angry at you for walking away. But you hold fast. You hold fast, because we're living in a time now where it's like everybody for themselves, and people use who they use, and they'll use you up, they'll use you any kind of way that they can. And don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. Do not let that be you. My daughter said something. She told me, she said, I don't play about me. She said, I do not play about me. And when she said it, I said, I ain't never thought about that. I have never thought about that. And you know what? I don't play about me. I don't play about me. I'm not accepting no foolishness. I'm not accepting anything in my life that does not add or multiply to my life. I am not accepting that. Anything that is subtracting and dividing in my life, I'm not accepting that. Because anything that costs you your peace, that's too expensive. That's too expensive. And if you have fought as hard as I have fought and hard as I am fighting to keep my peace, to keep my joy, I'm not allowing nothing and no one to come in my world and disrupt that, friend or foe. I'm not going to allow that. So what people say about me on YouTube, that does not matter to me. Now, when you start taking me shopping to Dillard's and Macy's and Sheen and Timu, wherever it is that I shop at, Canvas Beauty, wherever I'm shopping at, and you could buy me whatever it is that I want to be bought, and you paying some of these bills up in here, then I may consider. But when you not doing that, I don't give a damn about what you call me. Call me whatever you want, but just don't call me late to dinner or late to pick up a check. Because I don't care. Good morning, Mildred. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So today is Thursday. Today is Thanksgiving Thursday. Find something to be thankful for. Find something to be thankful for. I don't care how hard you got to look. Find something to be thankful for. Find something to have gratitude for. Be gracious about. Find something. You won't have to look that far because God woke you up this morning. So that's something to be thankful for. God let you hear what I had to say this morning. I'm thankful for that. I am thankful for that. Thank God in advance for the blessings that's getting ready to catch up with you and knock you down and overtake you. Be thankful for that. Thank God in advance for what He's getting ready to do. Give Him a hallelujah shout of praise. Hallelujah. Hallelujah is the highest form of praise that you can give God. Just shout hallelujah. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And when you start thanking God, start telling God what you're thanking Him for. I thank you, God, for being here this morning. I thank you for life, health, and strength. Life, somewhat reasonable health. I thank you for good health. I thank you for my eyes to see, my mouth to talk, my legs to stand, my feet to walk, my hands to touch, my nose to smell, my ears to hear. Lord, I thank you for me. Because if I don't play about me, I know just you don't play about me either. And no one can love you no harder and no better than the Almighty. Than the Almighty. And just for the day, not only take self inventory, but takes inventory of those people that you call friends too. The ones that don't mean no good, but we grew up together. Her mama know my mama and our grandmamas, they grow up together. We call ourselves sisters. Don't play about you. Don't play about you. Be who you are and don't be afraid to be who you are because God made you uniquely. You are uniquely who you are. There ain't nobody else like you and nobody else can do it the way you can do it. What a friend. What a friend. What a friend. So in the meantime and between time, y'all, Thanksgiving Thursday, find something to be thankful about. And when and if you see me in these YouTube streets, holler at me. I'll holler back. Peace out, deuces, and I'll holler. Bye.